So I wasn't going to do a video on this, but I'm like, why not? Because I always say, oh, women don't understand men. So I'm going to give a little bit of understanding today. I got a request from a woman to do the video. I wasn't going to do the video. Y'all know it's a lot of requests that I typically just don't do. The weed one was one I didn't want to do. But what she asked me to touch on was friends with benefits. Friends with benefits, because she said I haven't talked about that. And there are a lot of angles to it. So I asked her, well, what do you mean exactly? You got to flesh that out, because I could go for like an hour and I don't feel like going for an hour on that topic. But what she said was, I want to know how guys feel about a girl who's had situations like that, which doesn't lead to a relationship. So that is what we are going to discuss. So I'm going to paint a picture very quickly. So when it comes to most men, universally all around the planet, most men are possessive when it comes to their women. Now, women are possessive when it comes to men to some extent, but men are far more possessive. And in my opinion, we have the right to be, because we're responsible for women in multiple ways that are our girl. We're responsible for any trouble that they cause and things like that when they're in public. If they cause problems with other people, we got to be the regulator. We are the protectors of them as well. So that's a burden that women don't have to bear. They don't have to protect their men, et cetera, et cetera. So, when it comes to us, we are a bit more possessive. And one of the things about that possessiveness is we want a woman who is exclusive to some degree and that we think is worth it. That we think is worth it. Now, when I say this, I'm speaking in regards of commitment, because women control access to sex, men control access to commitment. So in this context, just keeping it black and white, what will make a girl worth it? What will make a girl not worth it, as far as the burden of performance that we have to live up to for this woman, as far as, committing to them and things of that nature? Well, what would make them worth it, as far as just one thing in this context, would be purity. The thing that would make them not worth it is a lack of purity. So being a 304, anything 304 adjacent, would make it not worth it, for reasons that I went over all over this channel. So we're not going to go in depth on that. That should be something that's easy to understand. Dudes don't want to be cheated on. Dudes don't want somebody that has been with everybody. Now, you just have to follow me. We're not to the friends with benefits point yet, but you're asking about how men feel about a woman who has had one of those situations or some of those situations and things of that nature. Now, the question is not, how do guys feel when they are in that situation, as far as being in a friends with benefits situation, but how do guys feel about a woman who has had these situations with the S, multiple, and it didn't lead to a relationship? The simple answer is that men will feel that you were a jump off. If they have that knowledge, they will feel that you are somebody that goes into the bucket of, okay, she is just somebody to smash. She is not somebody to cuff. And that's kind of a hard concept for women to grasp to some extent, because I'll see women really, like, I had a chick approach me before and asked me to post something on my social media, because my social media is popping, to ask my followers a question, as far as my male followers and stuff like that. She wanted me to ask, why do dudes, and women have a big problem with this, like all these BBL, Instagram booty models and chicks who be posting all types of crazy ways and stuff like that, why do they like looking at that stuff, or even in some cases engaging with that stuff? But when a girl go to post it, when a girl go to wear that stuff and then go to post it, now it's a problem with the same dude who is engaging with that type of content, or whatever. He's just consuming that content online. The woman who asked that question, she can't see the difference between a man choosing to be in a relationship with her and a man just wanting to fuck those other women, or just being attracted to their bodies. Like, that's something that is hard for women to separate. So when we talk about these situations, if men are aware of these situations, and that is a big caveat, like if men are aware that you have had multiple situations or whatever the case may be, no man wants to put in more work for you than the last man had to put in. I have a video. If y'all haven't watched it, go and watch it. It's called The Whole Reset. It's on my, most reference videos playlist. You'll have to scroll back like 8 months or something. It was a long time ago. But it's a term that I created, and the concept is when a woman fucks up her reputation in a city so bad, it could be a small town or it could be New York City, when she fucks up her reputation so bad to where everybody knows what she is and they just put her in that sex bucket and stuff like that, and nobody will take her serious and she wants a serious relationship, she moves far, far away to where her reputation doesn't follow her. She cuts a lot of ties from her home so that none of that can follow her out to the new place and she can bamboozle dudes who don't know what the fuck she had going on. Now, having a friends with benefits situation doesn't necessarily make you a hoe, but even if you've only had one, it's in the parameter of hoe shit. What is hoe shit? Sex outside of a relationship or anything adjacent to that. Even just seeking attention by wearing thongs on social media could be considered hoe shit, and you not fucking anybody, you never fucked anybody in your life. But let's get outside of that and go to the nuance. So one of the first things as far as nuance is all men are not the same. We are not a monolith. And there's an understanding that some men, like even me, have that just keeping it so real. All of y'all fucking. All of y'all are fucking. So it's not 1952 or 1837. It's not none of that. We have to take what we can get out here. We have to look at the cards that are dealt, because if you're trying to find somebody who's not fucking, you're going to find a liar. That's what you're going to find. So it's about what a man can tolerate. And this is the most important thing, going to the nuances, stuff like that, the knowledge. What is your reputation? What is your reputation? And even outside of the reputation, if you have one of these situations and a dude finds out, it's possible he could take it. But even then, the nuance is when dudes find out who your previous partners is, just like when women find out who our previous partners is, there's going to be judgment. There's going to be, if I'm fucking with you, the type of dude I am, and you fuck another like anime dude that wear fitted caps and shit or whatever the case may be, and he not dusty or nothing like that, he got some swag, I'm gonna be like, all right, that's an alignment with me. But if you out here fucking the Za man, if you out here fucking a dude that got 18 bodies as far as like killing people and stuff like that, if you out here fucking, your supervisor at your job to get a promotion, that shit is gonna be shit where you get judged harshly for. And when we look at this situation, as far as multiple situations, if we find out that you got two friends with benefits, oh hell, that shit is crazy. Because one can fuck a dude up. Because the one thing the dudes don't want to do is take somebody serious. Because let me just keep it so real. I'm gonna keep it so real. I don't care how it sound, man. The primary value that y'all have is y'all coochie. That is the primary value point that y'all have. And y'all don't value it no more as a collective. Y'all just give it away. Y'all just give it away to so many dudes that have no fucking, they have no desire to do anything for you other than give you dick. That's it. And y'all get so mad when we ask what you bring to the table and y'all can't answer it, and then y'all start gaslighting us and shit, because most of y'all know the truth. Most of y'all know that the core value that you bring is sex. When we say shit like be a man's piece, most women are not capable because y'all are naturally chaotic. A lot of y'all don't want to submit to men. The word submission triggers most women now. So it's like, really, when you look at it, like a lot of these chicks out here, they ain't shit, just keeping it a whole being. And sex is the only value that a lot of these chicks have, because they are not even seeking to be valuable to a man in any other way. They can't even identify, in a lot of cases, why their man should even be with them. So if the coochie is the primary value point, and I'm paying your bills, I'm putting myself on the line to protect you anywhere we go, or even just when I'm not present. You still under my protection, because if somebody do something to you somewhere, I'm supposed to come running. I'm supposed to be out there. I'm supposed to regulate. Hey, this is me. You don't do nothing when you see this chick. Like, so that's what it's supposed to be. So I'm going to take on that role. But the last man who got the same value that I'm getting, he got the same value with less of the complaints, less of the issues, without having to put in any of the work that I put in or that I'm actively putting in to this day. It's going to rub any man the wrong way. I could keep going, but I think that gives a basic, fundamental baseline understanding of what it is when it comes to a man, knowing you have friends with benefits. So the thing about the knowledge and stuff like that, I'm pretty positive the woman who asked this, and even just women in general who hear this, see, y'all know this shit. And that's how come y'all go to great lengths to hide your sexual history. And not only that, to lie to men about, who you are in some ways, to deceive them and things of that nature. It just is what it is. That's how shit works. That's how come a lot of chicks will come out and say they got 2 bodies out of nowhere when nobody asked, but they got 18, they got 32, whatever they did, but they'll tell you they got 2, 3 bodies, nobody asked, and they'll tell you they celibate while they're actively having sex. Let me know your thoughts. I'm gone.